Good day, Internet people.
Hello.
Or as they say in some countries, hi. We've got the first of 2 trial decks here. Well, is this the second of the 2? Who knows? Trial deck, I can't read it, 5. So, yeah. This is the MISAKI trial deck for Oracle Think Tank. The first Oracle Think Tank trial deck of the standard format. Unlike the original format, there's no Kamui deck to go with this one. Because if you remember, there was the OTT and the Nova Grappler trial deck. We haven't had a Nova Grappler trial deck yet. Guess what? Playmat and stuff. Well, I say and stuff. There's the first guide and the playmat. And you've got this little packet thing. What has got some cards in it, like. So, as usual, we're going to do the unboxings. And then we'll bring you some trial deck face-off stuff as well. So you'll be able to see how this deck and its counterpart, well, how they go against each other in games. So, first up, straight off the bat, cover card is Hexagonal Magus. Or hexagonal.
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce things. I forgot how words work.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is your boss card of the deck. And when placed, you can counterblast 1, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, put them on the top of the deck in any order, and draw a card. So it's a little bit like Imperial Daughter type of skill on the place there, but she doesn't gain any power and a crit from that. However, when you do a drive check, not a damage check, when you do a drive check, and you get a trigger, this unit gets plus 5k. So even if you put the trigger power elsewhere, this unit will still gain power. Or you can put the trigger unit on this, and you've essentially gained 15 instead of 10. So it's a nice little powerhouse unit. That's quite a steady skill.
It can cause some very fun kind of interactions with your opponent in terms of, well, it could be this much, it could be this much.
It's not a terrible thing to be stuck on, particularly, because if you've got like things that let you kind of look at the top of your deck anyway, you know if there's a trigger there, you can kind of play mind games with your opponent, can't you?
Also, if you've got a Rearguard Amaterasu and you fire down a Hexagonal Magus onto the Vanguard circle, the Rearguard Amis will get power too.
Yeah, so there you go.
Shenanigans.
Oh, behind there we've got a foil Rectangle Magus. Rectangle Magus is a grade 2. When placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Look at 2 from the top of the deck, put them on the top of your deck in any order, and draw a card. Same skill, basically. And when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. So they're basically the same thing. So that's pretty nice. That is only on the rear guard, it must be said. That's still
probably. I imagine that some people, if they're running something like Yellow Witch, might just replace that.
And this is definitely going into every Oracle deck ever. When placed, look at the 2 cards on the top of your deck, put them on the top of the deck in any order. And so if you write that over your starter, it lets you essentially check the top 2 and then draw one from the starter's skill if you want. So you can kind of really do a bit of hand fixing very early on. Pretty good if you're not getting the first attack off as well, so you wouldn't get that first drive check normally. You've got the non-foil Hexagonal Magus, so there's 3 of those. I nearly said it wrong again. You got Miko of the Treasured Sword, Shizuki, grade 3 backup, counterblast 2, soul blast 1, draw a card, and 3 units in the front row get plus 5k until the end of turn. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It draws you cards and gives power, so is it a steep cost for what it is? I don't know, but 3 of those. 3 of the 12k vanilla with no shield value. Battle Sister Orangette. It's interesting. It's a good one to ride because it means that your opponent is going to have to really work hard to actually hit you on grade 2. It might be a nice way to kind of dull the blade of the Blaster Rush, for example. So you get 1, 2 of those, apparently. There's the rest of the Rectangle Magus. So there's another 1, 2, 3 of them, so you get a playset of that. Miko of Spiritual Light Kinuka. Grade 2, when you draw a card, counterblast 1, and this unit gets plus 10 until the end of turn. That doesn't have a once per turn stipulation. So if you've got 5 cat blasts sitting there not doing anything somehow, I don't know how you'd actually end up with that scenario, and you needed to push for game, there you go, plus 50k. Well, assuming you've managed to do it like 5 times. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. No one's actually going to use this. Cure Magus, 1, 2, 3 of them, so you get your playset. And it's Ripus Magus. She used to be a promo, maybe? I don't
She used
know.
to be a 10k hitter for Magus.
Yeah, she was like a +3 when she attacks or something. When it boosts, if you have a Vanguard with Magus in the card name, it gets +5k until the end of that battle. So it's a 13k booster for a Magus, basically, as long as you got a Magus Vanguard. So, not bad. If you're running the Magus build, you could do worse. There's 2 of those. Perfect Guards, Root Magus. 4 of them. Oh, 3 of them. Unless one's a foil at the back. Wheel Crane. It's not a fake crane, it's a wheel crane. When you draw a card, put this unit into your soul and 2 rear guards in your front row get +10 until the end of turn. Well, that's funny. That'd be an interesting one to have if you were taking one of those in when you're running like Imperial Daughter and the Deer to get another +10 to each of those rearguard columns. That could be quite funny. 1, 2 of those. Oh my god. It's Nikkei. These are alternative Arwek triggers, by the way, in here. So you got Crit, Psychic Bird, Miracle Kid, and Sphere Magus. Oh, I love the artwork. That is nicer than the other one, I think. What do you think?
I agree.
Protect. Another Shizuki at the back for some reason. Another Orangette at the back for some reason. A Kanuka. A Ripus Magus. Another, oh, this is turning the things into playsets, I guess. Lozenge Magus. I guess the back card's going to be a foil. Spear Magus. Oh, there's a protect marker, and it looks like oh, I guess you get that's like one of every card in the set almost. So I guess it's like anything that hasn't got a foil as standard. There's a chance that any of those could be a foil, I guess. And in this case, you got a foil Miracle Kid. Whether anyone would ever actually run that, or whether that's the most duff one you could possibly get,
I think it's up there.
Because you don't really want to run vanilla draws in Oracles because you don't need them. But you know, it is what it is. That's the Oracle Think Tag deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to play some games, trial deck face-offs with this against the other one. Look out for that. And then we're basically going to strip this and take the good bits and stick them into Lena's existing deck. So yeah, thanks for watching Internet people. We'll see you again for the Naoki one in a minute. Bye.
Bye.